Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new battle report, a new 9th age battle report. So this is the first game of three that I play in a local tournament, and it was a pairs tournament. So I was playing with my Kingdom of Equitante together with Silvan Elves, and in the first game we played against Vampire Covenant and Demon Legions. As I say, this is a local tournament called the 9th Age Brussels Community Bash, and this is the game 1. So let's go a little bit to the deployment and the army list. So we played in this first mission the breakthrough mission as a secondary objective, and we used the normal deployment, so the one on the long sides. And yeah, on our army, my Kingdom of Equitante was composed of 2 aspirant knights and then a real knight with the characters inside. I have a sorcerer and a BSB, and the Silvan Elves, they have archers. They have the scout archers, the one that have the special arrows. Then have the three king unit of 5, the 5 tweaking unit, and then some dryads. So this from our side, and from the opponent side we had a pestilence, I think it's called, army of demons, where they have 2 units of 5 demons, and then of 10 demons, sorry, and then have a unit of flies with 2 characters also on flies, and then there was a big block of then the Vampire Covenant have a big block of zombies and skeletons, and then a big unit of one of the elite units. I think the unit was called Barugar. So here you see the deployment. Let's make a look on the next picture. So as you can see, the big block of our army was put a little bit to our left side of the deployment, while I put the 2 units of cavalry on the flanks, try to protect the flanks. One flank we face the 2 units of lesser demons, and there is where we are going to put later on the scouts. On the other side, they really put all their stuff on the right flank. So the left flank we can more or less control, but we have a big problem on our left flank, I would say, because there is all the big meat of the opponent. So, and really we don't have a lot of tools to deal with the flies. So my objective is to see if I can flank with the 2 units of aspirant knights, although the one in the left is in a very bad position. So here you see a picture of our deployment, and there we see another overall of the battlefield. Here you see, this is what I was explaining. So we have the Grail Knights together with the 3 king next to each other. I put the other aspirant knights, one of the units of the aspirant knights in our left flank, and the rest was more to the right. But as you can see that in front we are facing 90% of the opponent's army, so these units are really in a bad position there. And as well, the flies are quite fast, so are very difficult to avoid. Here we see, I wanted to make this subjective view just to, and then another subjective view. So we see also they also have the chariot that to boost their units. So we go into turn 1, and yeah, this turn 1 they just advance a little bit, not too much, try to keep the distance. Turn 1 was for the Covenant, Vampire Covenants and the Demons, but they just move a little bit, try to avoid an easy charge from our side. So just pressing a little bit, but not too much action, no shooting, and the magic was not relevant. So this is how we end the turn 1 of our opponents. Yeah, this is the view on the other side. So this is the only side that where we can have some advantage on this flank. And this is the big block of the enemy units that are going to be difficult to deal with. So you can see also behind the barrow guard there are two baths that are going to be just there to shaft and try to redirect in case I'm able to flank. So really, in that side, we are stuck. So we don't have too many solutions than to go for a frontal fight, and we don't have a lot of resources to deal with that. So from our side, I move ahead with the two flanking units. So I move ahead with the aspirant knights on this side. We also move ahead with the bowmen and everything, try to shoot and try to at least to have the control on our right flank and try to resist as much as we can on the middle and left flank, although we don't have a lot of options there. So here you see we advance. That's the overview of the battle. The shooting was quite bad and we just killed one of the lesser demons. And then in the magic phase we managed to put 2 wounds on this chariot. Sorry. So yeah, we tried to kill it but it was not enough. So and as you can see, we also moved the eagle, try to see if we use it to chaff the enemy. So we go into the turn 2, and in the turn 2 the flies managed to charge on the tweaking, and then on the left flank my aspirant knights are in a very bad position because now the barrow guard is there and I cannot maneuver because I have also the bath blocking, so they are really trapped between the and I think this was a little bit of mistake from our side. We tried to move a little bit too much aggressive with the flanking knights, and now they are completely in a position where they cannot do anything. They cannot. I don't have musicians, so I cannot do a swift reform, and I don't have too many options to move because in one side I'm blocked by the bath, the front I have the barrow guard, and on the other side I have the flies. So here you see also the big units of skeletons and zombies are advancing, and in that side not too much action, so we still the same. So after after the first turn, the tweaking did good work well, so they managed to stack the flies in position, and I thought that maybe we can have some chances if I have a good charge with my Guild Knights. So I decided to charge with the Guild Knights also on the flies and see if the 2 units can deal some damage to the opponent. You have to think inside of these Guild Knights there are 2 heroes. There is the general and the hero from the demons as well. On the other side, I just put my aspirant knights. They don't have any way to go, so I will sacrifice them, try to redirect the barrow guard, and avoid that they can flank. So I did not charge because I was thinking if I charge and I lose, they will have then the way free to charge the flank of the tweaking, and I want to avoid that. So I just put the aspirant knights, sacrifice them, try to redirect the barrow guard out of the action. I was not too scared of the skeletons against my Guild Knights. I think the skeletons have not the strength enough to do a lot of damage on knights. So then we went to magic and we put some boosts on these units, try to make them a little bit stronger, but it was not a big magic phase knight. So you see another overview. So we are ready to go to the combat. We did the shooting, and the shooting we killed another. Well, this was again the movement. So you see I charge with the aspirant knights to one of the lesser demons there, and then we put the eagle, try to avoid that I can be charged in the back in case I'm stuck in combat. So just to redirect the other unit of demons. As you can see, we start moving the Dryads, try to move them into the combat. I think it was a mistake to put the Dryads too far from the other close combat units, because they are going to be too late to support. And yeah, in the shooting we just killed one of the demons. And then we went into close combat and we lose some tweakings, but the big problem is that the knights really flop in the combat. So they did, I think, I only managed to do a couple of wounds with the charge of the Grial Knights. So it was really unfortunate. All the Grial Knights were able to attack, and with all the attacks, even using the lances, I only managed to do a couple of wounds, so it was really a very bad combat. And although we did not, the tweaking received some damage back, the knights only lose one of the knights, but yeah, just the lack of damage was bad. So you see here at the end we get the stacking combat, and then the aspirant knights on the other side, they completely kill the unit of 10 demons and they overrun them. So we go into the turn 3, and this is working well, because yeah, there is a big mess there, and now as you can see, the big block of skeletons are charging on the Grial Knights. This is not what is concerning me. I'm more concerned how we are going to deal now with the, as you can see, there are not too many tweakings surviving now. I think there is only one there after our combat. So yeah, now these heroes will start decimating as well the Grial Knights. So yes, having a very bad charge, it's really negative for the knights. And now, of course, the other unit of aspirant knights will die, but at least I will avoid that this barrow guard will charge on the combat as well. So here we see the charge of the skeletons. So on the other flank they will charge the eagle, but the knights, at least they have run away from the charging front. And this is now pictures of the turn 2. So the knights that killed the demons before, they are moved in a position that they can threaten the back guard of our opponents. So they are really in the enemy deployment zone. And here, yeah, this is before the combat, and he's repositioning all his units. And yeah, after the combats, I start losing this time. Yeah, this combat here, we lose the tweaking, and then when the flies start attacking the Grial Knights start dying quite fast. As well, my BSB was killed by the enemy heroes, so I don't have any more stubborn, and yeah, really. Here the combat was going really bad. So this was at the end of this was the middle part, where I still not lose all my knights. So with my knights fighting alone against the flies, we go into the turn 4, and this is what happened at the end of the turn 4 of my opponent. So the knights were completely destroyed, only the damsel was surviving, and the damsel just ran away of the combat. He was not catch, but then in my turn, this is just a positioning, so now they have 2 scoring units in our deployment zone, so they're winning the secondary objective, because I only have my aspirant knights, and the damsel will fail as well to rally and run out of the board. So yeah, this was really a crushing victory for our opponents. And the point is, I think one of the key points is that we don't have a lot. The supporting units did not work well in our side, and on top, the Grial Knights did very little damage when they charged, and this was quite. So we were expecting more of the charge of the Grial Knights. You see here the end of the battle, and I only have, from my side, only one unit of 5 aspirant knights were surviving. The elves have more units surviving. They only use the 3 king guys. The rest of the army was good, but just losing the 3 king and all my real knights, and I lost almost all the full army of knights of Equitante. So as I said, it was a big victory for our opponents. We did 2 points against the 18 of the Vampire Covenants and the Demon Legions. So yeah, I think we did not have good tools to deal with this big unit of flies and the Barrow Knight and the Barrow Guard at the same time. So I think we try to do the best. I was thinking in the beginning if I should avoid the combat with the flies. There was a moment I was thinking to really march and get out of the front view of the flies and try to deal with other units. Maybe this was better option to avoid the combat. We decided to go brave to do the charge, and at the end the Green Knight really flopped, and this was not causing damage to the flies was really a key to at the end be killed by our opponents. So that's all for now. So this is all for this battle report. It's a quick one. We only managed to play 4 turns, but this was enough for our opponents to get these 18 points. So that's all for now. So please leave in the comments below. Let me know what do you think, and also what do you think about the list. I think maybe how to play better the knights. Do you think real knights are good or not? Having almost all your army concentrated in 1 unit and then having just 2 units of aspirant knights as a flanking, because it's almost 1,500 points, around 1,500 points the unit with all the characters inside, and then I have just the 2 units of aspirant knights as a supporting unit. So let me know what do you think about the army I have as well. And yeah, that's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.